Whenever I see a commercial with a woman looking fully relaxed, sitting in a nice tub with a couple of cucumber slices on her eyes, I wonder where the rest of it is. When I was a kid, we didn't have any of these fancy schmancy Axe body wash bullshit. We all had to use the same bar of soap that our dad washed his ass with. And if we swore publicly, we got our mouths washed out with the exact same bar of soap. I just renamed my Wi-Fi network to Police Surveillance Van Number 2. That should keep the neighbors on their toes for a while. When you're in your middle ages, you find yourself just walking around all day muttering things like, what was I gonna say? Why did I come in here? Did I already take my pill? How did I get this scratch and this bruise on my head and on my arm? Where did I leave my phone? The other night I'm at this restaurant having dinner and I order a glass of wine. The waiter asks me for ID. I replied, do I look that young, really? The waiter says, no. I just wanted to see if you qualified for the seniors discount.
What you talking about, Willis?
Always. And I mean always. Make sure someone in the relationship has good credit. That's why it's called significant other. Sign if I can't. My son came up to me and said, Dad, I just watched someone do 50 push-ups. Do you think you can do that, Dad? I said, absolutely. Not to brag, son, but I could probably watch someone do 1,000 push-ups. What language do Brazilian geese speak? Portuguese. Can I ask a stupid question? Better than anyone I know. Why did the new Avengers all have wrinkled suits on? 'Cause they lost their iron, man. Breaking news. There has just been a derailment at the intersection of Suck It Up and Move On, and crashed into We All Have Problems before coming to a complete stop at Get the Hell Over It. Any complaints about how we operate can be forwarded to 1-800-WHAM-WHAM. This is Dr. Sniffle reporting from Quit Your Fussin'. I don't always help the wife with vacuuming, but when I do, I lift my feet. What do Instagram and Tik-Tok have in common? They don't make you dumb, they just expose who the dumb ones are. I got my wife to help me put some posts in the ground for our new fence in the backyard. I gave her the hammer and I said, okay, when I nod my head, you hit it. I don't remember much after that. I don't care how old or gangsta you think you are. If a little toddler hands you a toy phone, you better answer that shit. Ah, your 50s. You got up, walked across the house to the pantry, couldn't remember why you were in the pantry, and then you remember you had to use the bathroom though, so you walk across the house to the bathroom, and while sitting on the toilet you remember why you went to the pantry. Toilet paper. I finally figured out why those damn Teslas are so expensive. It's 'cause they charge a lot. My son once asked me if I ate his leftovers in the fridge. I said, no, I ate them on the couch. I just don't understand people who say, oh, I just don't know how to thank you. Like they've never heard of money before. Okay, for the younger crowd that may be watching, I shit you not. There literally used to be a phone number that you could call just to find out what time it was. If an old dude ever gives you any type of advice or wisdom whilst peeling an apple with a pocket knife and eating the pieces of it right off the blade, you should probably take it. Wife, I have a bag full of used clothing I'd like to donate. Husband, why not just throw it in the trash? It's much easier. Wife, but there are poor and starving people who can really use all of these clothes. Husband, honey, Anyone who fits into your clothes is not poor and starving. My wife keeps telling me I should make a Tik-Tok because I'm like really good for about 45 seconds. What if slugs are just snails who have gone through a divorce? Yep, she got the house. I just paid for a 1-year-long gym membership up front. And my bank calls me and asks if my card's been stolen. For those that don't want Alexa listening in on their conversations, don't worry, because they're making a male version that doesn't listen to anything. I don't always drink wine, but when I do, I drink the whole bottle. Mexican word of the day, brief. My homie farted so bad that I couldn't breathe. Doesn't it just blow your mind that NASA is able to receive data from 8.35 gazillion light years away? But I lose Wi-Fi if I sit on an angle in the bathroom? Grandpa to grandkid, go hide, your teacher's here because you skipped school again today. Grandkid, you go hide, I told her you passed away. You literally cannot give away a used mattress. But somehow, people will pay exorbitant amounts of money to sleep on one in a hotel. Isn't it weird that Star Trek goes where no one has ever gone before, and yet they always find someone there? Girls buy $1,000 purses just to impress other girls. No guy has ever said, bro, she was ugly, but that purse. Me at 20 years old. As long as I'm in bed before sunrise, I'm good. Me now. It's already 8 p.m. We can't start a movie this late. You want to know why I hate grocery shopping? 'Cause technically, all of the money you've ever spent on food has been flushed down the toilet. Ah, Newfoundland Girls. Gotta love them. The kind of girl that you can take home to meet mom, but can also outdrink your dad. The Mexican word of the day, Budweiser. That woman has a nice body, but why's her face so ugly? I don't always send texts when I'm drunk, but when I do, I close one eye so I can focus. The old Tuxedo Shirt, where it says, I want to be formal, but I'm here to party. Alright, so listen. I understand that my body cannot digest corn completely, and that's fine. My issue is that I know that I frickin' chewed all of that shit completely. So how in the hell is it coming out back in the shape of a kernel of corn? Oh, Canada. Welcome to the land where you can get sunburn and frostbite all in the same week. You know, I always wondered, if Cinderella's shoe fit so perfectly, how did it fall off? Tony Toons, word of the day. Clocksucker. People who waste your time.